It was 2:17 a.m., and the snow was coming down hard, blanketing my Vermont cabin like it was trying to bury it. I stood in the kitchen, one hand clutching a mug of coffee gone cold, the other wrapped around a Glock. No pants, just a sweater, and the kind of bad mood that comes from being woken up in the dead of night. The knock at the door wasn't friendly sharp, deliberate, like someone who meant business. Out here, in the middle of nowhere, you don't get VY ciders, especially not in a blizzard. 6 months I'd been alone, and now this. My gut said trouble, and after 20 years running the Vermont State Police, my gut's rarely wrong. Another knock, same rhythm, then a voice cut through the wind. Vermont State Police, ma'am. Sorry to bother you. There's a situation up the road. Can you open the door? Polite, too polished, like he'd rehearsed it. Problem was, I saw the Vermont State Policer had been until a week ago, when I handed in my badge, a resignation letter that could have doubled as a Molotov cocktail, and enough dirt to make the brass sweat. They called it forced leave for my safety, which was laughable. I'd serve VY vet ambushes, corrupt commissioners, and an ex who thought he could outsmart me on his lousy podcast. Safety wasn't the issue. They wanted me gone. I glanced at the tablet by the pantry, its grainy feed showing a guy in his 30s, crisp uniform, badge gleaming. Too new, wrong font, and nobody says Vermont State Police out here. We're VSSB. Strike 1. His stance was braced, like he was expecting a fight. Strike 2. And I didn't know him. Strike 3. I flicked the Glock's safety off, took a sip of coffee, and cracked the door an inch. The cold hit me like a slap. He smiled, teeth too perfect, like he'd paid for them in cash. Evening, ma'am. There's a fugitive in the area, maybe hiding in cabin. Mind if I check yours? Fugitive, huh? I said, leaning into the doorframe. Got a name. His pause was brief, a flicker, but I caught it. Don't want to cause panic, he said smoothly. Just protocol. I smiled back, sharp as a blade. Let me grab some pants. I shut the door, didn't lock it, let him sweat. The tablet showed his SUV down the driveway unmarked, no plates, and something MOVYing in the back seat. A passenger? A hostage? I slipped on jeans, boots, tucked the Glock in my waistband, and grabbed my old taser, still smelling of last season's deer hide. When I opened the door again, his smile was fading. ID? I asked. He flashed a badge wallet, too quick to read. Badge number, I pressed. His jaw tightened. Ma'am, I need to check your cabin. Do you? I'll let the words hang. His face hardened, and the nice guy act dropped. You want to do this the hard way? I grinned. Thought we were already doing it the dumb way. His hand twitched toward his hip. I tapped the Glock through my sweater, just a hint. You're not VSSB, I said. Wrong badge, wrong boots, wrong everything. I trained every trooper in 100 miles, and none of them would show up at 2 a.m. with a backward patch. He didn't blink, just chuckled, low and ugly. Good, he said. This'll be fun. He walked back to his SUV, no rush, like he'd already won. That pissed me off more than anything. I hit the panic panel, and the cabin my dad built part nostalgia, part Cold War paranoia went into lockdown. Steel shutters slammed down, the chimney sealed, motion sensors hummed to life. No cell service VYC, no landline, just me and whatever was coming. A shadow darted on the side, came another guy, MOVYing fast toward the back. Military, not some thug. I grabbed my shotgun, loaded it slow, and caught a new knock softer at the side door. Forest Ranger Sarah VYC, a voice called, checking carbon monoxide sensors. At 2 a.m., cute. I watched him on the feed clean-shaven, clipboard, ranger costume. I unlocked the bait door, just a click. He pushed it, stepped forward, and I tossed him. He hit a porch with a grunt. I zip-tied him, dragged him inside, and propped him against the wall. He groaned, eyes fluttering. Let's talk, I said, crouching. Fake ranger badge? Insulting. Clipboard? You watch too many MOVYES. Who sent you? He spat blood, smirked. You're already dead, lady. I tapped his forehead with the taser. He yelped. Try again. He gasped. We're not here for you. We're here for what's in your house. That stopped me. I scanned the room, mind racing. 3 nights ago, the cabin was empty when I arrived so I thought. A loose window lock, a shifted rug, a scratch in the pantry. I tore the pantry apart, found a false panel, and yanked out a black bag. Inside, a flash drive, a burner phone, and a list of names politicians, judges, my old boss, Commissioner Hayes. This could torch the state. I turned to the ranger. Who knows about this? His radio crackled. Team 2, movement out back. Hostage may be loose. Hostage? I slipped out the back, Glock ready, and found Hema Kid, early 20s, bleeding, duct tape on his wrists. Are you Lisa Bennett? He gasped. Depends, I said, pulling him up. You why someone's trying to kill me? No, he panted. I'm why they'll come back with everything. Inside, I bolted the door, gave him a towel and water. Name? Evan Morse, he said. 23. Too young for this mess, but his movements screamed training. Internal affairs? I guessed. His eyes widened. Ow! You knew my name. Ran here. Not to me. What's on the drive? He pulled it from his sock, hands shaking. Everything. Wire transfers, comms, surveillance. They're running a black market intel op inside VSSB, blackmailing everyone. When you got close to Hayes, they framed you. I'd suspected Hayes, but not Thie's full espionage ring. Why you? I asked. I copied the files, was go to the feds. They got there first. His radio crackled again. Shadows move on the feeds 3 for figures and Evan stumbling, not one of them. They were coming hard. I shoved Evan into the pantry tunnel, a fire escape my dad built for VYET invasions. Flare gun, compass, whistle, I said. Ranger station, east, avoid the creek. If I die, upload the drive. He hesitated. You coming? If I live, I'm behind you. If not, burn their world. He vanished. I took position in the attic. It didn't knock this time. One hit a tripwire, flew into the snow. Another climbed the roof. I hit the HVAC with bare spray canisters, and he fell into nails. The third came through the crawl space. I smashed his knee with a poker, finished him quick. The fourth was a ghost grabbed me, slammed me into the wall. We fought dirty, broke the table, glass everywhere. His knife grazed my side. My flare gun lit his face. He ran, screaming, glowing like a nightmare. I collapsed, bleeding, VY sound fading. Sirens wailed real ones. Deputy Cole, my old second, burst in. Lisa, drop the weapon. I let the shotgun fall. About time, I croaked. Out of propane. They cuffed the wounded, called a medevac. Cole knelt. Evan made it. Uploaded everything. It's national news. I closed my eyes. Good. I can sleep. 3 days later, headlines screamed. State corruption scandal explodes. Hayes in cuffs, the governor scrambling, and me, bruised, sipping coffee on the porch, labeled the woman who wouldn't die. I still check the door with a gun, but now I smile. So what do you think? Was Lisa a hero or a reckless VY Gilani? Should she have trusted Evan or turned him over? Could you serve VYV a night like that? Or would you have opened the door? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you're still reeling, and subscribe for more stories that'll keep you up at night.